Welcome to the Bay Area for ACC women's basketball from Haas Pavilion in Berkeley. A top 20 showdown on the docket tonight as the 19th ranked California Golden Bears put their perfect home record on the line against the visiting number 15 North Carolina Tar Heels, boasting the top defense in the ACC. Courtney Banghart was in her late 20s when she became the head coach of the Princeton Tigers, had a tremendous run in the Ivy League. Now in year 6 at Carolina, has taken the Heels to March Madness in each of her first 5 campaigns. Charmin Smith, an assistant for 12 seasons here with Cal before she was elevated back in 2019. Very pleased with the way her team has come out of the gate in ACC play, but she still feels like there's another level this Golden Bear group can reach before we get to the postseason.
Absolutely, and as they continue to play, they're going to just keep getting better. This is a team that plays so well together. They have so much chemistry, but also having a lot of new faces this season. So really impressive what they've been able to do so far here early on in the season.
Dee Kantner, Denise Brooks, Infinity Robinson, your officials as we get underway with this top 20 showdown tonight. Reniya Kelly high off the glass. It pops out, and UNC one and done on its first possession. Kayla Williams, the inaugural rebound tonight, and this has been a consistent starting 5 for California throughout this tremendous start to the season. Onya lights the lamp off the window and in.
If Michelle can get those looks all night, and Twydell with a nice hook pass over the defense, that's easy money.
Cal's first action in a week went to Stanford and beat the Cardinal by 3 points, sweeping their rivals for the first time since the 85-86 season. UNC brings in a very accomplished starting 5. There are 3 players in the starting lineup with over 1,000 career points. And Onya called for a blocking foul. Onya was in a bit of foul trouble in that game last week at Stanford, held to 20 minutes at 9 points. Alyssa Ustby.
She's going to force Cal to have to guard her behind the line.
It seems like she picks and chooses, right? She's not always going to look at the rim for one, but when she takes them, they're smart, efficient. 2,800-mile
trip from Chapel Hill. North Carolina's first game here in Berkeley since 1987 as Reniya Kelly hits the mid-range jump shot, and it's 5 straight for UNC.
Kelly does a great job coming off that handoff shoulder to shoulder, stops and pops at the elbow. That's her money spot.
Vermeely misses her first attempt. And another foul. Gabrielle Abigor, the freshman from nearby Walnut Creek, will see some early minutes tonight.
Rightfully so. Make sure your teammate does not get that second foul. I don't love that from Vermeely. Just unnecessary. They need her in the game.
Kelly, same spot, same result. Now one of the nation's best 3-point shooting teams. Best offense. Off to a 1-for-2 start with a turnover tonight. Williams downhill, and it rolls in for Kayla. The game Cal dominated for the most part before Stanford made things interesting in the final 10 minutes. Low post touch for Gakdeng, and Onya back off the bench after a quick rest. Did a nice job to alter the attempt.
That's a great job by Onya. Gakdeng will bury you down there in the paint, and Onya does a great job of staying straight up, not picking up a foul, and good, solid defense.
Looking at was Michelle Onya and Maria Gakdeng to see who gets in foul trouble, who buries who quicker, like how that dynamic is going to play out.
Just 2 outstanding post players. It's going to be a fun matchup to keep our eye on this evening.
Home crowd wanting some extra steps last couple trips down for Carolina. Navarre sinks the elbow jump shot. Marta Suarez. Her first attempt from out there. She calls herself a splash cousin because she can shoot it pretty well from distance too. The first free throws of the night. Spent her freshman season on the farm at Stanford. Shot clock into single digits. Vermeely off the glass and in. Onya has 6 of the first 8.
And the Cal guards do such a great job of breaking down their defender one-on-one. They draw the help defense and then dish it to Onya in the post. Beautiful, beautiful basketball.
Navarre with a nice Euro step. Suarez and Ustby will be a fun matchup to keep track of tonight. Marta terminates her dribble, finds Vermeely down the back door, and Onya finishes again.
nice movement off the ball. Ustby, great one-on-one defense on Suarez there. Doesn't have a size advantage, but the great cut by Kermili makes the action happen.
5 made field goals for Cal. Kermili has assisted on 3 of them. 5th all-time meeting between these programs. They've split the first 2. Cal knocked UNC out of the big dance back in 2019. Suarez skips it. Onya scores again.
What a beautiful pass.
Townsend zigzags through and lays it in. Had some English on it, and it rolls on through for Grace Townsend.
And she's been playing huge minutes for the Tar Heels in their last game. She dished out a team-high 6 assists and put a couple points on the board. Really a spark off the bench for them lately.
Late in the clock, here's Williams on a crossover and a kick. Corner pop. Lola Donez misses, and that is how our opening quarter comes to an end.
Well, and the thing with Cal is that they play so fast. Sharman Smith knows they're going to have some turnovers. She's okay with that, but when you start to get past that 10 to 12 mark, that's when things get a little out of hand. So they got to try and take care of the ball to the best of their ability.
We've got 4 right now, so not terrible, not the best. On track for 16 in the game. Cal's going to need to look for that skip pass. It won't always be the dump pass. The skip is also open.
Williams whips it into Lola Donez. Her first home game since early December. Got healthy on the last road trip. Suarez leans in and missed everything but the side of the glass. Townsend whips it out to Ustby. Grant stops underneath the free throw line and took an extra step. Kermili around the high screen. Her first bucket.
She had to work hard for that bucket.
Credit the freshman. Good defense on Kermili, but just even better offense.
Kermili at 17 last Thursday at Stanford, including a big shot to help seal the victory in the final moments. Alyssa Ustby scoring from the outside early, now going into the paint for 2 more. And Carolina grows the lead back to 4. And there's number 400 for Ioana Kermili. Townsend. Lacey Grant pulls the trigger. It ricochets back to her. Lainey Grant scored in double figures 3 straight and 13 against Florida State in that tough loss on Sunday at home. That's an offensive foul on Michelle Onya, her second. Just a terrific young talent, has a chance to be the face of this program for years to come. Won't turn 18 until close to the summertime. One of the younger players in the country. Townsend gets downhill, and that's a southpaw flip and score for Grace Townsend's second bucket off the bench.
She's so aggressive, and she just probes and probes and just finds a way to get into the paint and finishes on the left hand.
Both of these teams are going to challenge their guards to get down and play one-on-one defense.
Ioana Kermili hits her second triple.
Kermili with the ball screen, all she needs is a second.
Gakdeng got free inside. Cal's going to need to find an answer defensively in that low post with Michelle Onya sidelined with those 2 first-half fouls. Twydale, quick trigger. Way off. And Gakdeng clears away the miss.
And if I'm Carolina right here, I'm going to take advantage. I'm going straight into Gakdeng in the post.
That's right where they go. And Gakdeng massages it in.
We usually twirl our finger in the league and just say, run it back. Same play, same play.
Kermili missing the heat check. Noble rips away a second chance. And on the double clutch, draws contact and the foul.
Right, we call those kind of players in basketball dogs, and it's a compliment because she's going to go in there and get the rebound over 3 people, pump fake. She's not always going to score the most points.
Coverage begins 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Brought in for her defense after spending the last 4 years at Washington as a conference foe of California in the Pac-12. Navarre whistled for traveling. And Cal will get it back when we return. sharing the sugar, so to speak. They've assisted on 7 of the 9 made field goals, but UNC right now winning the glass battle, +6 in rebounding. Williams nearly had it taken away and comes back into the front court for the Golden Bears. See if Marta Suarez can get going. She spins and she scores. First points on her 5th field goal attempt. Gukding will work on the freshman Abigor and misses off the back rim. Williams accelerates, floats it, and Suarez scores again. Williams got knocked over, and it leaves Kelly, who misses the short jump shot, but Ustby crashing the glass and has some second chance points for North Carolina. Suarez fades, fires, and missed everything.
Great defense by Ustby. Read the spin, scouting report, good contest.
Townsend, the graduate transfer from Richmond. Now Donarski gliding inside and floats in her first point. 2 top 50 defenses nationally. UNC, the top scoring defense in the ACC. Suarez gets in deep, hands off. Abigor powers it up. Gukding got a piece of it and rips away the loose ball. Lengthy scoring drought here to close the first half for Cal. Ustby. It was altered by Suarez. Donarski lets it fly and buries the 3. Suarez crossing blades with Ustby. Spins right. And misses again inside.
Great defense there by Ustby. Stays down, forces Marta Suarez to take a tough shot. Tar Heels need more of that type of defense.
7 straight for UNC. Kelly pulls the trigger. Gukding had it for a moment. Abigor claims the loose ball, and Cal will not attempt the shot as time expires on the second quarter clock. North Carolina, a 7-point lead at the break in Berkeley, trying to hand the Golden Bears their first home loss of the season.
Carolina doing everything offensively, connecting on all ends in that first half. Let's see what we got for the second half.
North Carolina's been very comfortable away from Carmichael Arena with an 8-1 record away from the friendly confines. They've got it first with a 7-point lead to open our third quarter. Ustby drives in on Suarez and stretches the lead to 9. Lulu Twydale held scoreless the opening 2 quarters. Very surprising to see Cal hit just 2 shots from beyond the arc. Williams barely grazes the side of the iron.
That's not a good shot for Cal. First play out of the second half. They need a better shot than that.
Kelly around the screen, and that's 4 quick ones for North Carolina out of the break. Been a while in game time since Cal's last bucket. Lulu Twydale.
Coach talked about that for the Tar Heels, like hand down, man down. She's talked about it in shoot around. These people do not need a lot of space.
Ustby gets back to work, flips it in.
We're winning this game on the road. That's the kind of energy you have to play with that clearly North Carolina has to be such a good road team.
A game high 11 for Ustby. Twydale races ahead, and it spins off. Williams underneath, grabs the second effort, and Kremili cashes in. Gives her 65, a new Cal single-season record, passing Jennifer Self from the 91-92 season. Shot clock down to 5. Kelly has it ripped away by Williams, who dives on the floor and pitches it ahead to Kremili. Bounce pass, Onya. Timeout, North Carolina. They go to Ustby out of the timeout.
Looking to pick on Marta Suarez there inside again with her size.
Navarre drives it. And whistled for traveling.
Checking in on our matchup. I think Michelle's won it so far. What are your thoughts, Ashley?
Yeah, I mean, Michelle's done a great job of staying out of foul trouble, scoring easily around the rim. And then Marta Suarez, but Cal's done a good job of forcing her out of the paint a little bit.
A mid-range from Donarski trickles off the back iron. first miss from the field tonight. Cal can pull even with a triple. Whitedale stops on the elbow. Bednarski watches Kremili. Shot clock into single digits. Down the lane. And a foul call.
You don't know what you're going to get, but she stays in control the entire time.
There have not been a ton of free throws tonight.
You force her to take a tough shot, and if she makes it, you got to be okay with that. You go down and run your offense.
Ustby walled off by Marta Suarez. Now Kelly takes it inside and scores off the glass. Suarez bullies her way for two.
That's a great job out of the out-of-bounds play. Cal gets a great screen set there.
24 paint points for California tonight after 46 a week ago in that road win at Stanford. First team all-conference last year, was the first player in Richmond history to notch 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, and 500 assists. Free throw ricochets back to her. Straight away three. Lainey Grant connects. Townsend picks up Kremili. Underneath. Donez baseline. First points for Lola Donez tonight.
And one.
It's so loud in here we couldn't hear the whistle.
That's that passion. Both sides are fighting tooth and nail right now in this game.
This is her third game back from a leg injury that kept her out about a month and a half. True freshman from Hawaii, was the Gatorade and Max Prep State Player of the Year in her home state, and has the Golden Bears back within two. Grant to the bucket, off the glass and in. Bednarski bumps and fouls Ioana Kremili.
Offense and a flow, and it's been tough for Cal to really get going offensively. Kremili gets to the free throw line. Or a rhythm on the offensive end.
And it starts with the little things like setting screens. North Carolina is just so tough bullying them right now out of setting screens. Ooh. That knocks the wind out of you, too.
Ooh.
Almost looks more violent when you slow it down. So technical free throws after the video review. And Ioana Kremili right back at the stripe. So this was upgraded. It was not originally called anything. As Kremili splits the pair. Could have been an even larger possession. Kremili going 2 for 4 on the free throws. Only 5.5 seconds separate the big clock and the small clock, and Bednarski takes away the inbound pass.
I was just going to say, with Kayla Williams on the bench getting some much-needed rest, but you see a turnover like that when you don't have your main point guard in the game to control it.
Townsend watching time wind down. Watched by Donez. Around the Gakdang screen. Townsend wheeling downhill, and Donez got a piece of it. Final second to the quarter. Suarez into the front court. Has to let it go, and didn't get it off in time, but she missed anyway. Leisha, how did the Golden Bears push this thing across and stay perfect at home?
Gotta play defense, not foul, and then be intentional on the offensive end. Slow down, be tough, and set screens.
Well, for North Carolina, they have it first to start this fourth quarter. Ashley, how do they finish?
They got to continue to be disruptive on defense, and then I'm going into Gakdang every time that I can, trying to continue to get Michelle Onya in foul trouble.
And LeVar misses the three. Only the 7th three-point attempt for North Carolina tonight. They've done a nice job defending the perimeter against one of the nation's best three-point shooting teams on this end. Cal has been held to 4 of 13. Suarez drives it into contact and an offensive foul. Gakdang takes another charge. Lainey Grant Goes baseline, hangs and draws contact.
And walls up, leaves her feet, but then brings her arm down at the last second.
And we just talked about trying to get Michelle Onya in foul trouble for North Carolina, and able to draw.
Hang in the air, right? If she hangs in the air and makes a double pump, you pat him on the back and run down the court. UNC's rotations are so good, she can't get straight to the rim like we've seen her do in games past.
Lulu turns and misses the three as Noble commits the foul underneath. Ooh, those are minutes you could give the graduate forward from Cal Poly, but apparently not available tonight. Kelly, short jumper. It bounces in. First points in this fourth quarter. They have been smothered by North Carolina. Cremeli gets it away. Noble feeds it. Abigor missed everything. And a blocking foul on Cremeli.
Come off of that screen shoulder to shoulder, reads the defense, and gets to her spot.
And then using them shoulder to shoulder, and then you see the advantages that they're getting from it.
The freshman splits the pair. A game after giving up a season-high 86 points, North Carolina has flown across the country and put together a defensive masterclass in Berkeley tonight. They've outscored the Golden Bears 5-0 halfway through this fourth quarter. Twydale, high lob inside, and Onya draws a foul.
And we saw Cal win that Stanford game. It was ugly. Probably got away with one. It's going to be tough, and they've only let them shoot 14 threes. That's how well they're guarding the arc right now.
And Cal finally in the point column as we stroll past the halfway point of this fourth quarter. Onya Para makes it the free throw line. She's got 14 tonight. Grant operates downhill, flips it up there. Gakdeng on the offensive glass has the loose change. Onya on the floor with her 4 fouls. Marta Suarez still on the bench, and the Golden Bears, this would be high on their list. And it has been a physical matchup tonight. Cal has 3 key players with 4 fouls. North Carolina has a pair sitting with 3, and they draw it up for Donarski out of the timeout.
Not flustered at all.
They have really frustrated the Golden Bears on this end. In this quarter in particular, Cal does not have a field goal in the fourth, and Cremeli ends that drought.
And credit Cremeli, she's doing everything she possibly can to keep Cal in this game. She is working extremely hard to get into the paint, and she's earned every basket that she's got tonight.
And that started with a ball screen that was actually set for her. I cannot say that enough. Going to sit in their high ball screen. That's their bread and butter right now. End of game. We're going to put Kelly in it, put Grant in it, and let them make plays.
The clock is a factor here in a 9-point game. Cremeli leaning into Gakdeng. Onya having all sorts of trouble walking on her own power, not putting much weight at all on the injured leg. Remember, Cal has another game here in a few days against the Pitt Panthers, who are playing down at Stanford tonight. It's a tough blow.
Now you have Marta Suarez and Jada Noble both with 4 fouls in.
Cal has 10 to shoot. Suarez checks back in. An off-balance 3. Donez saves it in, but right to the Tar Heels. Been that type of night shooting the basketball for Cal. Gakdeng against the smaller Noble.
You say in the scouting report, if they're going to beat us a different way than what their bread and butter is, the 3-point line.
Catch and shoot. It rattles off the side of the rim for Cremeli.
Not many teams have the coaching in Banghart and Kara Lawson and the defensive prowess that they set with those type of players. I think Duke and UNC, 2 of the best defensive teams that are showing you what it looks like when you get down and guard one-on-one, and that's why they're so good.
Frustrating night. Knocked off NC State. It's the Wolfpack's only ACC defeat so far, and
That's how good this conference is, and people are going to grow as the season goes on. You're going to scout differently. Some players are going to get injured. People are going to play different roles, so it's a constantly adapting league.
From West Coast to East Coast, haven't seen each other before ever, and so they're getting used to how each other plays.
Tar Heels in control with 90 seconds left in Berkeley. They've just suffocated Cal in this fourth quarter. Kelly peels back. Gakdeng on the glass again.
They needed a win after that tough Florida State loss, so you know they were coming in here extremely hungry to not take 2 L's in a row.
9 points, 13 boards for Maria Gakdeng.
And then you've got Gakdeng in there protecting the paint.
Bramili lets it go. And knocks down the three. Kelly puts the cherry on top.
Kelly has controlled the tempo of her team as a point guard. It's been impressive tonight. And on the defensive end.
Yeah, why not? Shot clock dark. Sharman Smith will have a lengthy film session and a couple of practices to get this thing back on track before the Pitt Panthers come to town on Sunday. Tonight belongs to North Carolina. The Tar Heels come west and put together a defensive masterclass and hand Cal its first home loss of the season.